Cooper S has an historic name stretching all the way back to the early days of the small car's history. However, there is nothing old-fashioned about the latest Cooper S, offering both petrol and diesel engines with strong performance. This is allied to economy and emissions that are bang up to date, while the interior of the Mini continues to offer a unique style that has helped make it a sales hit from the moment BMW first relaunched the Mini brand in 2001. Style and substance. While some may mumble and grumble, the new Mini is not anywhere near as small and compact as the original car that inspired it. There's no doubt the modern Mini is a hugely appealing machine in its own right. The styling pays its dues to the original, but there are plenty of other flourishes that distinguish the current car from the crowd, especially when Fiat and Volkswagen both have their own retro models to tempt buyers away from the Mini. However, the Fiat 500 and Volkswagen Beetle cannot match the Mini for the way it drives, which is one element the new car keeps entirely intact from the original. With its squat, square stance, the Mini is great fun to drive, and the Cooper S models back this up with the power and performance you'd expect of a car bearing this badge. Individual since the first modern Mini rolled off the line in 2001, and following on with the second generation of BMW Mini in 2006, the company has offered a bewildering array of options and equipment to help make your car your own. There are 3 basic packs to choose from, comprising salt, chili and pepper, that group together some essential and desirable options. Beyond that, however, there's a plethora of accessories and options, from spotlights and alloy wheels all the way to different roof decals and interior finishes. All of this helps make the Mini tailor itself to the exact tastes of its first owner, but it also means used buyers need to be specific and careful to choose a car with a specification that matches their needs and wants. For the full Mini Cooper S review, read on. Minis have always been renowned for their driving enjoyment, and Mini Cooper S performance delivers that in bucket loads. Car buyers can choose between diesel and petrol engines depending on whether it's need for lots of motorway miles or mostly around town. Petrol engine. The Mini Cooper S comes with a 1.6-liter turbocharged engine, as used in some Peugeot models. It's an eager performer and dishes up 0.62 miles per hour in 7.0 seconds on the dot. That's not outrageously quick for a hot hatch nowadays, but it's on the pace, and for those who demand more alacrity from their Mini, there's always the upgrade to the John Cooper Works model. However, most Mini Cooper S buyers are satisfied with the car's acceleration, as it also offers strong and gear pace for overtaking and flexibility. This means the driver can leave the gear lever alone on twisty roads, as 3rd or 4th gears are all you'll need in most circumstances, or you can pop the car in 6th on the motorway and cruise with surprising refinement. Some wind and road noise will be evident, but the engine is a quiet companion. With the 6-speed manual, the Cooper S gives 48.7 miles per gallon average economy and 136 gkm carbon dioxide emissions, so it's lean and clean compared to most of its rivals. A 6-speed automatic gearbox is also an option, pegging 0.62 miles per hour back to 7.2 seconds and economy to 44.1 miles per gallon, while CO2 emissions rise to 149 gkm. Diesel engine. A diesel engine in a Cooper S would have been unthinkable not so long ago, but the superb 2.0-liter turbodiesel added by BMW in 2011 is a great fit in the Cooper S. Thanks to its generous 225 pounds-feet of shove delivered generously between 1750 and 2700 revolutions per minute, the Cooper SD is equally adept at passing slower traffic as its petrol-powered sister model. It's also no slouch off the mark, covering 0.62 miles per hour in 8.1 seconds and feeling faster than this figure suggests as you work through the 6-speed manual gearbox. Ease off the throttle a little and you'll see 65.7 miles per gallon coupled to 114 gkm carbon dioxide emissions. Altogether, this makes the Cooper SD a strong contender, especially for company buyers concerned with benefit-in-kind payments. If you prefer the 6-speed automatic gearbox with the quiet and smooth 2.0-liter turbodiesel engine, economy takes a knockdown to 53.3 miles per gallon and emissions hike up to 139 gkm. Recommends whether you choose petrol or diesel for the Coupe RS, we'd recommend sticking with the manual gearbox. It better suits the car's sporty character and, in particular with the diesel, prevents large penalties in economy and emissions experienced with the auto box. For us, the petrol is the preferred option as the zingy turbo engine is entirely in keeping with the essence of the Coupe RS. This Mini is as good as ever to drive and offers the kind of thrills usually on offer only to owners of much more expensive cars. It's fun to drive as it's grippy, agile and has responsive steering. Plus, as you'd expect, the Mini is also a dab hand when it comes to town or city driving. It's got a tight turning circle and steering that's not too heavy. The suspension is a huge improvement over the old car. Although the Coupe RS is much stiffer than other Minis, it's now much more comfortable, doesn't jar, yet still adds to the Mini's sporty feel. An optional sports suspension pack firms the springs and dampers up further, while the sports button sharpens the steering and makes the throttle more responsive. Normally diesel engines can feel quite heavy, but the 143 bhp 2.0-liter diesel added in 2011 does not detract from any of that famous go-kart handling. Driving the car is a lot of fun. It's nimble, agile and the steering offers plenty of feedback for the drive. Engage the sport button and the steering weights up and the controls become a little more responsive, a boon for enthusiasts. The retro chic which has made the modern Mini so popular is slightly toned down. More is made, however, of the iconic interior details, so the centrally mounted speedo is larger. There are more rocker switches, which are similar to the original. The driving position is upright, which echoes that of the original Mini, but it's very comfortable, even on longer trips, and there's plenty of seat and steering wheel adjustment. All-round visibility is good, though some of the controls, particularly those for the stereo, can be fiddly to use on the move. The stereo isn't a single unit as the volume controls and channel selection are in separate places. For the two up front, there's plenty of head and legroom. It's tighter in the back, though a slight improvement over the previous 20,012,006 model. Unless you've got children, it's best to think of the rear seats as purely for occasional use and for short trips. For a small car, Mini Coupe RS comfort levels are good, and for two adults on a long journey it is fine. A new feature is that you can change the color of the interior lighting for instrument readouts and the ambient from orange to blue and back at the flick of a switch. It's yet another way in which you can tailor Mini to your own taste. With high-quality materials and neat design, it's pleasant inside. It's reasonably refined at speed, with only the sound of the engine noticeable. However, it's much quieter than the car it replaces. Mini Coupe RS equipment levels as standard are reasonable, but hardly a single car will leave a dealer's showroom without some sort of personalization. As well as the main 3 options packs, there is a startling spread of accessories and extras to make your Mini Coupe RS your own. Air conditioning was made standard across the Coupe RS lineup in January 2009. Standard equipment. Although Mini wants its buyers to upgrade their Coupe RS with option packs and extras, the standard specification is sufficiently generous to begin with. All Coupe RS models come with alloy wheels, electric windows and door mirrors, CD stereo with MP3 connection, air conditioning, central locking and 6 airbags. There is also an alarm included in the price to back up the immobilizer, while a split and fold rear seats aids the Mini's practicality. Mini Coupe RS accessories. Like all Mini models, the Coupe RS is really just a blank canvas to start with for most buyers. By adding options and accessories, the car becomes their own interpretation of a Mini. The most popular pack to add to the basic Coupe RS is the Chili Pack, which adds bi-xenon headlights, front fog lights and conical spoke alloy wheels, which are the alloys that resemble the classic Minilite wheels of the original 1960s Coupe RS. On the inside, the Chili Pack continues with floor mats, an interior lighting package that illuminates the door handle area, multifunction steering wheel, onboard computer, passenger seat height adjustment, half-leather upholstery and sports front seats, storage pack, Bluetooth and USB audio connections, and automatic air conditioning. The Sport Pack comes with John Copper Works Aero kit, a front apron spoiler with intake ducts, side skirts and new rear bumper design, 17-inch cross-spoke alloy wheels, plus 3-spoke steering wheel and contrasting red stitching for the upholstery. You can then add individual options such as roof stripes or checkered flag designs, different color finishes for the door mirrors, rear roof spoiler. Satellite navigation is another option for the Coupe S, with the display screen set into the middle of the large, central speedometer. A final optional flourish are the exhaust tailpipes finishers that brighten up the rear end of the Coupe S. The Mini was awarded 5 stars by Euro NCAP for adult occupancy crash safety, and the Coupe S comes with all the kit you'd expect as standard. That includes dual front, side and curtain headbags and ISOFIX child seat mounting points, so majority of buyers will find Mini Coupe S safety levels more than adequate. Security-wise, there's remote central locking, and alarm and an immobilizer. For the first time, there's a keyless entry and start system. There's no getting away from Mini's small boot. It's good for a couple of shopping bags only. If you're using the car primarily as a two-seater, then the rear seats make a useful load area for more indulgent shopping sprees, and the seats split and fold 5050 for a bit more flexibility if you need to get a large box in the car, for instance. Inside there is a large glove box, door bins and a tray to put your mobile phone or MP3 player. The Mini is available with iPod compatibility.